Hello, welcome to another episode of TMF. In the news for this episode, Tom Daley has recently came out as gay. Good on him, as long as he's happy, that's the main thing. And also, in Glasgow news, sadly, in recent weeks there had been a horrible helicopter accident that killed 10 people. My thoughts go out to both the families affected and the emergency services that actually went to help all the people, and my thoughts go out to people that died. What a horrible grim accident that was. And also within 24 hours of the actual plane accident happening, Katie Hopkins had posted a really scurrilous joke about Glasgow, and that evoked a lot of anger both in Scotland and England. It evoked that much anger it got her an online petition written to get her off TV, and so far she's off ITV, and that's for definite. And in celebrity news, talking about ITV, Paul O'Grady has returned to evening TV, and that's brilliant. He's a good guy. Recently he had took not well, but he's back and he's fighting fit, and that's the main thing. And also continuing in celebrity news, Nelson Mandela had sadly died. He died at the age of 95. On TMF this episode we're bringing back something from the past, and that's a fail win for the win. And I fail. Anyone who likes their own Facebook status, it just doesn't look right on Facebook. And secondly, liking your own Facebook status is like being yourself a gobble. It's just disgusting. But I win. Christmas time. What a fantastic time of year. You give out presents, you get presents, you go to parties, meet people you haven't met in a long time, and you just have a good old time of it. It's a fantastic time of year. But I feel twit pricks. These people are basically people who make caustic remarks on Twitter or jump on Twitter to bitch about people. You know what? They just see a keyboard and they get excited, and also they don't have the balls to actually say it to a person in real life, so don't take it to heart at all if you have been twit bitched. And also, I win. If you get on a bus and it's brand new and it just smells so clean and you can smell the leather, that's such a win. The song Bloodlines, released 2013, but my question to the creative team behind this monstrosity of a song is, what do we do to deserve such horribleness, such audio trauma? I mean, first of all, the song was cheesy, and secondly, it was downright bloody horrible to hear. Did we not listen to enough Justin Bieber? Did we not listen enough to these self-cutting emos? What was the reason behind this song? Bring something better out in 2014 for goodness sake. Kinky love poems. Cause you don't have the fucking balls to say I love you. And the poem for this episode. You work for the Express, you travel through the cities, but oh my lord, perfect are your titties. Oh. The DV review for this episode is of Cartoon Network's Adventure Time. Basically, this cartoon has gained a lot of popularity over the last year or two, just basically because of the fact that its humour actually engages young and old alike, and the story is basically there's a young wee guy called Finn and his wee dog called Jake, and they have all sorts of adventures with other friends, and also a wee Game Boy thing called BMO. It's quite funny, but the thing that really attracts the kind of older audiences towards Adventure Time is the dark, double-edged humour that Adventure Time has, but it is really, really good. There are some scenes within Adventure Time episodes that you kind of think to yourself, did the creative team have a tab at E before they started drawing? But anyway, it's so fucking funny, it's brilliant. In the employment spotlight for this episode, we're going to be talking about recruitment agencies. I know you guys will be very tempted to take on an extra job to pay for Christmas and maybe try and sign yourself up for one of these recruitment agencies, but my advice is don't, because number one, the shift patterns are very, very random and very unsecure. Most of these places actually run these 0 hours contracts, which isn't good at all, and most importantly, sadly, the moment you are ill is the moment you get sacked. You're only employed until you become ill. So the moment you don't turn up for your shift is the moment they send the P45 in the post. No questions asked. Hello there, I want to say a massive thank you to one and all for joining us for another episode of TMF. Be sure to be joining us on TMF Mini on January the 1st. And until then, have a very happy Christmas and a splendid New Year.